श्रद्धांजलि दी है और इस वक्त उनका पार्थिव शरीर भाजपा मुख्यालय से लोधी रोड स्थित शवदाह गृह की ओर ले जाया जा रहा है। ये दृश्य आप देख रहे हैं जहां इस वाहन में सुषमा स्वराज का पार्थिव शरीर अपने अंतिम यात्रा की ओर बढ़ रहा है।
Mr. Tandon, she was a politician as well. Now, politics in our country is viewed at from many angles. Politicians are looked down upon by some, but here was a politician who held the highest values. She had probity in public life. We can see that in her last decision also to move out of her government quarters and live in her own private residence. She need not have done that because she had contributed such a great deal, but she chose to do that. So these are the kind of examples that she set. And you were talking earlier about her contribution as the Information and Broadcasting Minister, also as the leader of opposition, and her communication skills. How would you see, probity and communication and touching the masses as a mass leader?
So first of all, I would like to say that her commitment to discipline, party discipline, that was quite palpable. What happened was in 1977, when Janata Party was formed and all the many of the non-Congress parties merged into form the Janata Party, and when the party split in 1980, she joined and she remained with the BJP, the new form of Janasangh, and since then she never deviated from the party ideology, never compromised on party ideology, and never breached any discipline of the party. That was the hallmark of personality, so long as she was not in power. But when she became a minister, her administrative skills and probity in public life, that was also quite evident. And when she became a parliamentarian, and without compromising with the parliamentary norms and procedures and the dignity of the house, she became a very effective parliamentarian. Every section of the house used to listen to her, and there was substance in it, there was criticism in it, but there was no crossing the Lakshman Rekha as far as
the sense of humor as well.
Sense of
she
humor
brought
also,
in that
but
which kept people so rapt with attention.
Certainly, and also firmness.
Absolutely.
To the commitment, because when she was speaking on Indo-US nuclear deal, many were wondering in the press gallery that she doesn't have any experience. But when she spoke, she really made the entire house spellbound, and people were in fact congratulating her from the other benches that she made a powerful case against Indo-US nuclear deal as leader of the opposition. So whatever subject was given to her, she mastered that, and she spoke extremely well, presented the case in parliament. Whichever ministry was given to her, she performed well, whether it was INB ministry, whether it was health ministry, or later as the external affairs ministry. So when she was asked to become the chief minister of Delhi, she did well. When she was asked to contest against Srimati Sonia Gandhi, she tried her best. So in every aspect of public and social life, she believed in perfect performance and perfect delivery.
Yes.
And I think the last example we have seen was the last 5 years as external affairs minister.
जी अशोक जी, एक बात बताइए, जैसे हम लगातार उनके भाषणों की बात कर रहे हैं, हिंदी, उनकी हिंदी पर पकड़ वाकई लाजवाब थी। उनके भाषण सुनना चाहते थे लोग, उनकी स्पष्टता की वजह से, सारगर्मिता की वजह से, जो तथ्य वो रखती थी और जिस तरह रखती थी, उन्हें सुनने के लिए लोग उनको सुनना चाहते थे। लेकिन साथ ही साथ हमने देखा है कि किस तरीके से भारतीय संस्कृति के ऊपर भी वो काफी कुछ उन्होंने कहा है, संस्कृत में भी उन्होंने बोला है। आपने बात की कि कन्नड़ तक उन्होंने सीख डाली और अपना भाषण भी लोगों को चुनाव के वक्त कन्नड़ में दे डाला। भाषाओं के प्रति ये समर्पण भी बहुत महत्वपूर्ण संदेश देता है आज के सांसदों को।
बिल्कुल, देखिए, हिंदी पर उनकी पकड़ तो थी ही, हिंदी में वो एक बहुत ओजस्वी वक्ता भी थी, और इसीलिए उन्होंने संयुक्त राष्ट्र संघ में जब वो विदेश मंत्री के तौर पर गई तो उन्होंने हिंदी में भाषण दिया, और अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी के बाद हिंदी में भाषण करने वाली वो दूसरी विदेश मंत्री थी। 1977 में 78 में अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी ने पहली बार संयुक्त राष्ट्र संघ में हिंदी में भाषण दिया, और सुषमा स्वराज ने भी विदेश मंत्री के नाते संयुक्त राष्ट्र संघ में हिंदी में भाषण दिया। लेकिन जहाँ तक उनकी ओजस्वी वाणी की बात है, तो बहुत बार हम देखते थे कि अटल जी सुषमा जी की ओजस्वी वाणी की तारीफ किया करते थे और सुषमा जी उस समय ये कहती थी कि नहीं अटल जी आपसे बड़ा तो कोई ओजस्वी वक्ता देश में हो ही नहीं सकता। तो एक बहुत स्नेह अटल जी का सुषमा जी के प्रति था। और जब वो नेता विपक्ष बनी, मुझे याद है वो सीन जब वो अटल जी को मिलने आई थी तो उन्होंने उनको बधाई दी और कहा कि अब तो आपको बहुत मौका मिलेगा सदन में अपनी छाप छोड़ने का, और जो उन्होंने छोड़ी। मेरा ये कहना है कि चाहे वो संसद में एक मंत्री के नाते किसी विधेयक पर बोल रही हो या नेता विपक्ष के नाते किसी ऐसे मुद्दे पर बोल रही हैं जहां सरकार को कटघरे में खड़ा करना है, तो सुषमा स्वराज को कहीं शब्दों की कमी नहीं पड़ती थी। उनके शब्दकोश में इतने बाण रहते थे कि वो कड़ी से कड़ी एक तीखी आलोचना भी करती थी, लेकिन उन्होंने कभी जिसको हम कहते हैं बिलो द बेल्ट वॉर नहीं किया, मर्यादा का उल्लंघन कभी नहीं किया। यही कारण था कि बाकी दलों के नेता भी उनको उतना ही सम्मान देते थे, चाहे वो विपक्ष में रही हो या वो पक्ष में रही हो। और यही हम देखते हैं कि उनकी लोकप्रियता आपको कांग्रेस पार्टी में भी मिलेगी और बाकी अन्य दलों में भी मिलेगी। तो एक लोकप्रिय सर्व लोकप्रिय नेता, बहुत कुशल सांसद, प्रशासक और एक बहुत ही जिसको हम कहेंगे धारा प्रवाह बोलने वाला, हिंदी में विशेष तौर से सुषमा स्वराज एक ऐसी अधिवक्ता थी और वकील भी थी पेशे से, तो इसलिए उनको अपना केस भी रखना आता था। तो ऐसा बहुयामी व्यक्तित्व सुषमा स्वराज का हमें देखने को मिला जो आज हमारे बीच में नहीं है।
Let's dwell a little bit about discipline as well. Mr. Tandon, you did mention about that. She has been with the party ever since, you know, the Bharatiya Janata Party was formed after it moved out of the Janata Party and the Bharatiya Jana Sangh, and you know, even when the party was not doing too well, it had only 2 seats in parliament. She has been with it right through, and in those years when she became prominent in the mid 90s, when there was, you know, three times when Atal Bihari Vajpayee became the Prime Minister, because of the coalition politics, the nature of politics, she was in a sense the face and the voice of the party, speaking, you know, as the spokesperson. How important are those years in developing the party's ideology?
Certainly, you know, when she was the spokesperson of the party, perhaps the first woman spokesperson of the party, she did a remarkable job in promoting party's interest and making it, you know, widening its base. And more importantly than that was that she was so popular among the media persons, and she was so friendly with media persons that she became a center of attraction in the party briefings. And that was the beginning of her rise into the center stage of the BJP. Actually, after the death of Rajmata Vijayaraje Scindia, she became the tallest woman leader in the party, and from there she went on to become, as you also mentioned, minister in Vajpayee government, member of the Rajya Sabha 3 times, member of the Lok Sabha 4 times, and then obviously in the first government of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, she became the External Affairs Minister. So it is a long journey, but commitment to the party ideology, party discipline, and also, you know, upholding all traditions of parliamentary democracy. And that is exactly what we are discussing here. See, right. In India, we have parliamentary democracy, and every leader, by her contribution, has been strengthening the democracy in India, and towards that Sushma Swaraj has made a very valuable contribution.
Tell us a little bit about her relationship.
के साथ अपने कर्तव्यों का निर्वहन करते हुए सुषमा स्वराज ने अपना पूरा जीवन देश को समर्पित कर